The moment the referee says both fighters protect yourselves at all times, you get to know that you are in there for a real deal. And in this fight, we are just highlighting 3 factors that will help Anthony Joshua to defeat Daniel Dubois. Number 1, slow fight. Do not expect this fight to be that fast. Expect it to go slowly. Anthony Joshua isn't that kind of guy that can fight when his opponent is faster than him, and you experience this scenario when Anthony Joshua fought Andy Ruiz. Man, Ruiz was more faster and Anthony Joshua couldn't just cope. But in this fight, we know Daniel Dubois is a little bit slow in punching, and because of that, this fight wouldn't be a fast one. And if it happens like that, it's going to be in favor of Anthony Joshua. Number 2, high defense. In this fight, everyone will try to defend himself as much as possible. No one would just like to give himself out for punching. And if you have a fight that both fighters are protecting themselves too much, that kind of fight is always dull, and expect that to happen in this fight, as Joshua wouldn't want to lose in that fight cheaply like that, and of course Daniel Dubois wouldn't want to lose either. So this kind of fight, both fighters would make sure they do everything possible to defend themselves to the last point. And if this happens, it's really gonna be in favor of Anthony Joshua. And why is this gonna favor Anthony Joshua? This is because Joshua can very much defend much more than Daniel Dubois. And of course, in Dubois' previous matches, we've been seeing him giving out his face for punching. So when it has to do with defense, Dubois isn't that good at defending himself. So scenarios like this will give Anthony Joshua the upper hand in this fight. Number 3, punching power. The last 2 factors really favored Anthony Joshua, and this last factor is going to favor Daniel Dubois. Of course, we've seen Daniel Dubois use this against Alexander Usyk, and it worked pretty well for him. So we expect Daniel Dubois to use his punching power against Anthony Joshua, though there is no guarantee that that will be a deciding factor in defeating Anthony Joshua, but we still hope he might be able to floor Anthony Joshua with his punching power. Anthony Joshua is also good in punching, as we've seen him in his last fight against Francis Ngannou, as he was able to floor Ngannou and of course win him via technical knockout. So Joshua is also a great puncher, but when it has to do with the punching power, comparing these 2 fighters, we'll give it to Daniel Dubois. And of course, we've seen Dubois destroying the punching bag like 2 times. According to Daniel Dubois, it has happened 2 times. So we feel Daniel Dubois will have the upper hand in the punching power, but still Anthony Joshua has the upper hand in this fight. So our final prediction goes to Anthony Joshua defeating Daniel Dubois and of course becoming the new IBF champion. So what do you think about this? We'd like to know your own prediction of this fight. Do you think Joshua will have the upper hand, or do you think it's gonna be Daniel Dubois? Let's know what you think about this in the comment box below, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel so you never miss interesting boxing updates.